Hello, I'm Bird and welcome back to the Road to Anywhere. It's year 7 on my Journeyman weekly series. As always, thanks for joining me. Thanks for taking the time out of your busy day to sit here with me. Make sure that if you do enjoy it and you keep coming back, you keep smashing that like button. It really does help me personally, so thank you very much. If you really want to help me and my channel out and keep me afloat, you can always pledge to my Patreon. You'll find a link to that and most things down below. Now then, as you can tell by the background, I've left Aris. 3 years in Greece, beautiful part of Greece, beautiful country, great club that I had to build up really, as you know, from nothing. And I think I left on good terms, left with a cup in my hands. I think to try and win that title against Olympiacos, take a bit more money and a few more seasons. But I felt like the job was done, and I think most of you felt like the job was done too. So I resigned. I like this resigning thing, and then just seeing what happens, seeing what jobs come to me. Maybe a great job came my way, and I think it's come my way because I've got a bit of a reputation now. Obviously won something now, and this job's fantastic. It's in a country that I often get players from. It's in a beautiful country. It's probably the country's second biggest team, so it's a bit of a challenge, but it's a massive club in my opinion. So yeah, I'm not in Greece. So where am I? We are, of course, in Croatia with Hajduk Split. Great club, massive club, really. Fantastic facilities, great history. You've got Dynamo though in this league and country that are pretty awesome. So we have got a rival there. Great name for the derby. I'll show you that in a minute. But brilliant opportunity. I've wanted to come to Croatia for ages. I get players here from here quite often. I often have the Croatian and Serbian leagues running in the background because you can get top players cheap. Now, they did win a title back in 2022, so they won a title recently. You can see since then, the last 3 years, they've been sitting at 4th, which in this league ain't great if you want Champions League football. Had a bad year there. And then the other title they haven't won since 2005. So, yeah, this club needs to get took to the very top, and hopefully, in my time here, we can do that. Over to the general page, and the nickname is Billy. I think that's how you say it. Year founded 1911, so it's an old club, and it's the derby against Dynamo. It's a competitive derby. It's called the Eternal Derby. Absolutely love it. Obviously, we've got loads of local teams, loads of rivalries with pretty much everybody. Now we are on, I think it's called the Dalmatian Riviera. My wife's been to Croatia. She loves the place, and she always says that she's going to take me one day. I've not been to Croatia, but I have been to Montenegro, which is a bit further south, and that was beautiful. And all the pictures I've seen of Croatia, and when I looked into Split, the city, it's an amazing place. I've looked out with this last job at Aris in Greece, and now coming here, because living here would be amazing, absolutely amazing. I've got an amazing stadium as well, although it is owned by the council. We don't own it, but it's a fantastic stadium. It's got a running track around it, which ain't great, but it is amazing. So yeah, I'm here. I'm the manager. I'm here with my coaches, although they're not my real coaches. But I've got some good players. Got some good young players, some good regens, some good real players. Decent facilities. There's a lot to do here. I really had a passion for this. It really invigorated me. Quick look at the history, and of course, don't forget, it used to be Yugoslavia, and I went to Montenegro when it was part of Yugoslavia. That shows you how long ago that was. When I was a little kid with my mum and dad, we went for 2 weeks. Beautiful. I've never forgot the place. Scuba diving in the clear waters of the Med. It was amazing. So they have won 9 Yugoslavian titles, which is freaking amazing. Because if you think of that, that's with Serbia, all the other Bosnia, all the teams together as one. Since Croatia's formed, they've won, come independent, sorry. They've won 7 titles. They've got 8 Croatian Cups. Nothing in Europe, but that's still some history. But right now, even though technically we are, and I'd say we are, the second biggest team in Croatia, the bookies don't see it that way because we've been finishing 4th, flat out 4th. And there's 2 other teams I've know of. Can't really pronounce their names properly, so I'm not going to bother, who are apparently better than us at the minute. So that is what it is. I've got a challenge here. Not only do I want to win this league. I'm not at the title yet. I'd like to win a title while I'm here. It'd be great. I'd like to win something while I'm here. I'm just super excited to get going. Now the staff I improved. At this moment in time, I've still got my assistant manager, although he gets poached off me over the next month. I have to get a new assistant. and he was decent. He's the only guy I kept as well. I replaced everyone else, new head of youth, new coaching team, and you can see that for yourself there. We've got 5 doctors, and I don't know why. I've never seen that in my life. I do end up getting head of sports scientists to improve it. The physios were okay. The scouting team are trying to improve, but it's one of them where there's some good guys out there, you just can't afford them. Now, I have made some signings. We've got rid of some players. My star player, as soon as I took over and I looked at my squad, I had this right winger who was maxed out stars. Although his contract was about to run out and he didn't want to sign it, he was done with the club. But that's all before my time, so I couldn't keep him. So I had to either let him go on a free, or I managed to put him up for sale, and I actually got some money for him, only about 130 grand. But he was a good player, so I was devastated. I had a superstar player as well, who I'm going to show you in a minute, who gets pinched off me on deadline day, which was not ideal, but we got way more money than we should. But financially, this club's alright, and hopefully we're going to get them in an even better place. Now, of course, we've got expectations. You always do, don't you? And they want me just to qualify for the Euro Cup. So that's top 3, that I think. Because if you're 4th, we've been 4th, haven't we? We're in the Euro Cup 2 this year, which I want to do well in. Got the Croatian Cup as well, which is pretty cool. We've got a lot to play for, but I want to get... I don't expect to win a title, but I'd like to challenge. I'd like to be up there with Dynamo, where I think this club belongs. Now, at this point in the season started, but we haven't played yet. We're about to play today, I think. I've had pre-season. I've already started changing the squad. But what I want to do is get to the point where all the changes have been made in September, just to show you in one go. But pre-season went really well. Tactically, I looked at the squad, and I liked what it was, and I wanted to keep that kind of the same kind of players in. And I'd also been thinking about doing something for a while. There's a tactic I got off someone last year that I loved dearly. I've made some tweaks to it. I've kind of made it my own in a way. Changed some roles, changed some things. Now, I've called it the split 4-1-4-1. It's pretty standard. It's a standard formation, but I do like the way it plays. I want to play good football. I want to pass well. I want to be exciting. I want to be attacking. And I want to just play with one striker. I like one striker. Now, they've already let me have more coaches, as you can see. I did ask for other things because I thought, we've got money in the bank. Let's try and get better training facilities and so on. I said no to all of that. I've not been here long enough, apparently, honestly. Now, the vision, what they want, right, 5-year plan, work within the wage budget. They want me to get to the group stage of the Euro 2, qualify for the Euro Cup, get to the final minimum of the Croatian Cup, Jesus, end of next year, qualify for the Champions League. Now, so my contract expires, so hopefully I can do that. And they want to be challenging for the title in a couple of years. I like this. This is like a progression vision. Sometimes you get these visions, it's just stay in the top 4. Done all my transfers, got my squads ready. I just wanted to show you this guy first. This is Adi Vaz, 22-year-old Portuguese player, who was apparently my best player. He's worth 4 million. I only got 135 grand for him because he was about to leave within a month. I'm surprised anyone would pay. Why don't you just wait for him? Now, this 20-year-old, he's one of our own. And again, he might not blow you away, but he was a good centre-half, good defensive midfielder. In every game he played for me, he played quite a lot. Because the season starts early. I think it starts in July, right? So he played out July, August. So he played quite a lot of games for me. And I was getting bids in for him. And he was only worth 750 grand. He had 3 years left on his deal, right? So I'm like, you're not going anywhere, kid. He wanted to go, but he's not going anywhere. I was getting bids in from Liverpool, all over the Premier League, Italy, Spain, Germany. And they're all putting in like 4 million. I was just turning it down flat. Then Napoli came in for him a day before deadline day with 6.25 million, I think it was. And my chairman took over and accepted it, right? And I've never had to do this in the past. I've never tried. I went to him and tried to protest the transfer. After about 3 goals, talking to him, he finally went, go on then, I like your passion. And he did it, he cancelled it. I was like, no way have we done it, we kept him. And then, Juve came in with 10 million. Which, if you put my business head on, that's amazing. 10 million quid for us is amazing. But I had no plans. First up, it's my backup keeper, Marin Ludjovic. These names are going to kill me, by the way. Absolutely kill me. Now, my main goalkeeper, I was happy as hell with because he was on loan when I got here. His loan was about to finish. He has actually spent the last 2 years here on loan from Independiente. Put a bid in for him. We got him. Now, right back, we're doing pretty well. This is possibly my second right back, but he's probably going to play a lot because he's my captain. He's 30, Croatian, only played for country twice. but he can play everywhere, apart from in goal. The guy that could be my starter is another Argentinian. Argentinians like to come to Croatia, don't they? Brazilians as well. So Juan Alonso, on loan from River, worth 3 million. I like this kid. If we could sign him at some point, I'm going for it. Look at his mentals. Over to the left back, and this is my backup. Spanish lad, 19, Paulo Victor, who, you know, is good. Got a bit of potential. Definite backup. Yep, another Argentinian, already at the club. Facundo Medina, who I think is a really good left back for his league. Now, my fourth choice, I've got 5 centre-halves actually. I've got a young kid who's going to float in and out of the team, go down, up and down in the youth teams. Well, my first choice is Mile. 34-year-old, played for his country a couple of times, got him from Slavia Prague. Mainly because he's got a bit of ability. His physicals aren't great, but his experience and what he... Another lad that's been here forever, one of our own, 23-year-old, Mario Vuskovic. Great centre-half. This lad is an absolute club legend. Adrian. Look how long he's been. He's been here forever. He's not only been here forever, he's played like a crazy amount of games. Next is a player I've brought in, Jurek Barton, someone I was quite happy with. I liked his basic centre-half ability. I like him to be a touch taller, but it's his potential that really blew me away. So I've got high hopes for this young Czech lad. Now, on to my midfield, and of course, I'm playing with 3 in the middle, so I want 6. And luckily, I bought an extra one, and this was him. Now, his potential don't blow you away, his ability don't blow you away, but I liked his attributes. Another club legend, a lad who looks like he's been here a long time, Stanko Juric. Never played for his country, but he's 29 years old. Good ability, good work rate, and brave. This lad I didn't sign actually. The director of football brought him in, and a lot of the guys, he's brought a lot in this summer. I've left him to that, but he's bringing the players in for the U team, and most of them are always crap. I thought this kid was probably good enough. Now, Mr. Donny Darko, he's 26 years old. He's unhappy at the minute. Worth quite a bit of money. He's a good player though. Now, Martinez, I like. He's got a few things I don't like, but I think it's outweighed by things I do like his positioning, his leadership, his concentration, his bravery. He can't jump. He's only 5'8", but he's got ability in other areas. So Gonzalo Martinez, another Argentinian. I was just going to cross my fingers and hope it worked out. Now, my big signing for the middle, and I'm so glad I signed him before that other lad got nicked from Juventus, is Mattia Vivani. Now, he was actually on the loan list, and I put him on my short list to come back to later because I couldn't do loan straight away. I had to wait. And I went back to him to try and loan him, and they put him up for sale as well. 24-year-old, obviously couldn't get in the Milan team. He's played for Milan, don't get me wrong. Now, I have got quite a lot of wingers, really. I've got 3 definitely on the right-hand side. I've got a young lad who's in the first team, but he's okay. Bit of potential. The main guy, or maybe backup guy, is definitely going to be competing is Lucas Cardozo, another Argentinian. He's going to be competing with a lad who was already here, Jakub Kaminski, 23-year-old Polish player who can play on both wings, so very handy. Over to the left, we have another player who's already here. Honestly, a lot of good players here. A lot of good players. Jurica Jurosek. My main left winger will probably be Ivan Dolsek, a 25-year-old Croatian who obviously been here a long time as well. Good player. Good ability. I mean, it's probably my weakest area in my wings. I'd like to improve it. And he's come from the biggest club in the world. He's 20-year-old Croatian Slavko. Yeah, 20 years old. He is a striker, but he can cover on the wings. Man United player. Now, striker-wise, we're a bit weak. Some have gone, but I did keep Luca Vicario, 21-year-old. I like him. I think he's got potential. But of course, I've dipped into the Argentinian market. Honestly, I don't know why. But loads of them want to come in. And there's loads of deals to be made. And I found a guy called Ovando, who's going to be my main guy. I like him a lot. I think he's got great all-round ability. So at this point, we're starting the season. I've still got money to spend, which is great. I'm 22 million in the bank. So it's going to be interesting to see how the season progresses now. Because I don't feel like I need to make any changes. Even in January, maybe I will. We'll see how it went. And hopefully the money just won't deplete rapidly. And we can build on this. Before we get going though, I need to show you the rules really. Don't I? In the league. Because there's just a few things, or maybe just one thing really that I've noticed. So obviously, you can see the top 2. You can get in the Champions League. One goes straight there, one qualifies. So that's where we finished last year, 4. So that's why we get to qualify for Euro 2. It was this. League sorting rules. Normally it's goal difference at the top. Not here, it's results between teams, which I found really interesting. Then goal difference. Well, we're not doing too bad. I was 3rd. better than what the bookies think. 37 points, some way off the top is what it is, but we're challenging. I'd like to get in that top 2. I'd like to get straight in that Champions League. I think it would be amazing. The goalkeeper is great, by the way. He's second on the clean sheet charts. But we're doing all right. We only lost 2 freaking games. Now, honestly, when I was looking at players in Croatia, all the best young players, I'd say bloody about 80% of them are at Dynamo. They have got some absolute talent. Real players, regen players, talent players. It came through on the news, actually, that the most players created by clubs for the national team and all over the world in the big leagues. I think 22 top players came from them. The next team was also with 11. So it's about bang half, really. But we're still a great club. Going forward, we could score a little bit more. I was a bit disappointed. Like I said, I think we're lacking on the wings a little bit. Going into next year, that's something I'm going to address, hopefully. The striker's good as he looks. He's a good player. Scores some really good goals. Just not as prolific as I want him to be. Now, these are the results, and we've had some great games. Obviously, we've drawn quite a few. We lost to Dynamo, which was massively disappointing. We've obviously played them. We play them 4 times a year. We've drawn with them. It's like Scotland, isn't it? We've had some great results against teams that are supposed to be better than us, especially the last 2 games. But we had to get into Europe as well. Euro Cup 2, the 3rd division of Europe, but it is Europe, and that's the main thing. And we ended up drawing AAK, them dudes, from Cyprus, beating them 2-0. And then came back to our place, great performance, beating them 3-1, 5-1 in aggregate, and we went through to the next lot of qualifiers, where we drew another old Yugoslavian rival, Makva from Serbia, beating them 3-1. Then 1-0 on with our lad from Man United, scoring us the winner. So yeah, that's 4-1 in aggregate. And now we're into the group stage. Shit got real. And we got drawn in Group E with teams from Romania, Belarus, Poland, and we did really well up until that last game because I just took it easy. We won the first 5, and I had other games that were more important in the league and so on. So I just took a back seat, had a B team out there, and we lost it. But I'm not bothered about that because we would have won it if I put my A team out there. We absolutely dominated this group, and this is the kind of tournament. This is good for teams like us. Now at this point, the draw for the next round of Europe hadn't been made, so we don't know who we're getting yet. So it's over to the Croatia Cup, the Croatian Cup, very historic cup. I like to get my hands on this bad boy, can't lie. And you start in the first round, which is again great. I think everyone gets chucked into the first round, like in Germany. So obviously after winning 4-0, we went into the second round against another team. That team beating them 2-0, and we saved our best. We've drawn against them in the league at this point. We've been battered off them in the league at this point. So when I drew them in the quarterfinals, I thought, real good test there, innit? We knocked them out 2-1. And I had loads of confidence in this team of mine. I mean, got some really, really good performers. Lads who were just brilliant. Martinez, the guy said, you know, can't position himself. He's a fucking wet fart. Got no bravery. But he's got a good skill. Can pass a ball like Paul Scholes. Great player, and he's just doing it for me. Him and Vivani in the middle, brilliant. Good defenders here. Honestly, Cardosa on the right has been all right when he's played. Barton, the guy I brought in at centre half, great player. I mean, the guy from United has been a beast. He's just not getting in the team as much as he'd probably like. And it's this one I'm worried about. Avando, great on paper. Great player on that pitch. I know his average rating ain't great, but he just seems good to me. And at the 6th-month stage, halfway point in my first year, they started to do things for me. So they're improving the youth facilities. They're planning in to improve the training facilities, which is brilliant. And you can see that there. I didn't realise that would pop up because I've never done it before. Well, that's when I asked them to reconsider the Unix sale, and they agreed to it. Now here we are at the end of the season, and we managed to finish second, which, you know, is great. On 82 points. Dynamo won the league last year with 80 points, so if it was last year, we'd have won. So they've improved a bit. We have massively improved because last year we finished 4th with 60 points. So I put 22 points on this team, which I'm super proud of. Avando, by the way, ends up 2nd leading goal scorer in the league. Great second half of this season. Martinez, the guy with no bravery, no positioning, best player in the league. Now reverse of dates, and you'll see here, look, you have a big winter break, you get about a month off, and you play 4 friendlies. Don't worry about them, for the shit. Then we came back on absolute fire. Look at that. Look at that, and you can see why we were challenging for the league. And then this happened. Now they're a good team. Don't get me wrong, they're a good team. We should not have got beat there. And then obviously we did well in our last game against a very good team that should have and was predicted to finish above us. But losing them, that's them 6 points, lost us the league. If I'd have won them 2 games, we'd have won the league by a point. Would that? Yeah, I think I would have. And since January, we've only lost a couple $100,000. Even though money's coming in, don't get me wrong, it's balanced itself out. So financially, I'm in a good place. I've got just short of 10 million, which is a lot. I can get some cracking players, especially because I know Argentinian players love us. I'm going to make some tweaks and scouting the shit out of them, and Brazil, and Croatia, and Serbia. Honestly, love it. And I'm off. I am off all week, so this is going to get boxed off with an absolute passion. So we drew Saint Etienne in the Euro Cup 2 second knockout round, leg 1. Mouthful. And they were massive favourites, so to go to their place, boring game, get a draw, it's okay. Back at our place though, they were massive favourites again, but at our place with our fans, they are crazy as shit. And that passion drove us forward, winning 3-1. Then get the mighty Gers Rangers. One of my favourite Scottish teams, no offence if you're a Celtic fan. Always liked Rangers because when I was a little kid, they always had the British flags. And I just always liked that because I was a kid. So yeah, that's it. But yeah, Rangers 1-1 at their place. But then when they came to our place, we showed them what passion was all about. Sorry, Brian Caney. Love you, Brian. Good friend of mine, Rangers fan, watches and stuff. We battered your boys. Sent you on crying. On to the semi-final, and I'm starting to think, this is getting exciting. We're going to do this. We're going to do it. 1-1 at home against Celta. I mean, we've got ourselves back into it with a late Ovando goal. But I think we were the better team. We deserved to win. But when we went to Spain, we couldn't. When we ended up drawing again, even though I feel like we got FM'd, should have scored. Came so close. Ovando got our goal again. But then Ovando, after being the hero twice in both games, became the villain because he missed the penalty. We got beat off the champs. They won with a 93rd minute winner. But I felt like I got robbed there. I felt like I got robbed because I knew it was going to be in the Champions League. So that's going to be tough. We're not going to win that. This was my chance at some Euro glory. Whoa! So after a massive victory against Dynamo in the Croatian Cup quarter-final, we went to the semis against Šibenik and battered them. Absolutely. Ovando, I think he just maybe needed to settle in. The second half of his season in Europe, in the Croatian Cup, in the league, he just started pumping goals in for fun compared to his first half. How we didn't get a 10, I have no idea. What do you have to do to get a 10? Suck the ref off. I mean, really? So we're in the final, and we're going to be playing the team that finished 7th in the league, Slaven Belupo. Slaven Belupo. Surely we could beat these. I expected to beat them, to be fair. The first 2 goals from my left winger, Mr. Dolcek, were okay. Pretty similar to Eddie Don ones. It was my last goal. I just remember the build-up to it being really good football. And then it was my young striker who was playing. He'd come on as a sub. And he banged it away in the 83rd minute. It was just a great performance. Dominated possession, 70% pretty much. Loads of chances. Couldn't get him on target, but we deserved it. And I felt really good. First season I've won a cup, so I've won 2 domestic cups now. But I felt like I was this close in the league and this close in Europe. But I was in a good place. And I think that because I've got a decent amount of money in the bank. And I think there's some good players out there going to be available to me. And I really feel like I can kick this club on another gear next year. I really, really do. Not only just because the infrastructure is going to improve, because I'm going to improve the staff even more. But I think we can get better players in and really challenge Dynamo next year. I think their days are numbered here. Honestly do. I've got no one leaving. I've given out a few new deals. Nothing major. I'm going to try and sign Alonso. The right back we've got on loan. I think he was fantastic. I'm going to try and sign him. Why not? Because he knows us. And then, like I said, I may try and get myself a couple of wingers and maybe a striker. I get excited. I know I do. And I say it a lot, but this has been fun. Like a lot of fun. I'd highly recommend trying Croatia out. And yeah, got to rock on. Next year is going to be a massive season here at Hajduk Split. It's the end of year 7, the end of year 1 with Hajduk Split. Buzzing. Make sure that if you're buzzing too and you enjoyed that, you smash the like button. It really helps me out. Thank you very much. And make sure you return next Saturday for year 8. Honestly, I really do appreciate it. You're a bunch of freaking legends. Make sure you go and check out some of my videos. I've had 2 out recently. It's a couple of databases. Quite a few really. So yeah, you might have some fun with them. If you're waiting for them to come out on Steam, I'm hoping I can do it while I'm off work. Hopefully I'll get round to it. But yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. And thank you for my patrons. You guys are a bunch of legends. If you want to be a patron as well, you can find a link to that down below. Stay safe, stay happy. Have a great weekend. I'm Bood. I'll see you next week.